Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Blackrue back with another video. Before we get started, cue Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing, let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on our Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing.
So, hey guys, you can catch me on The Gentleman of Crypto, one of the longest running shows in crypto, actually the longest running. King and Zay started in 2017 and they've been rocking ever since. Celebrated their 1,000th episode not too long ago. Definitely go check out their channel. And also, you can find me on the Benzinga YouTube. They do stock and news for TD Ameritrade, WeBull, amongst others. Definitely go check out their channel as well. What is up? We are doing the Steam Exchange AMA today. So let's get into it, guys. Before we get into it here, definitely come on over to my channel. It's darkhorsewatcher.com. And I've been doing a 30-day challenge of all videos that you guys have requested, and other videos as well. So the 30-day challenge is for the channel and it's also for you guys. So let me know if there's any videos you want to see. And mad shout out and thanks to you guys, we've reached 420 420. So oh my god, I can't talk today. We've reached 1,400 subscribers. I am so freaking blessed and amazed and happy for that. Let's keep it going to 1,500 and eventually 2,000. So thank you guys so much for that. But yes, please be sure to come on over here and check out all my latest videos. You can go to uploads here. I leave the uploads tab first because sometimes I do live streams. Check this out. Random live reaction to Bankless and Big Boy. This is a very, very great video. Definitely check that out. Live stream with Tokenizer. We went over so many freaking good coins. It was a very deep conversation on a bunch of different coins. Tokenizer is very knowledgeable. I would definitely everyone should watch this live stream. Definitely, if they want their crypto pocket to look very good in the next couple of years, I would definitely suggest to check out this live stream with Tokenizer. Best cryptos for 2023. Whole bunch of stuff going on here. But yeah, definitely check that out. Now, we're going to get into the Steam Exchange. And they're going to address something here coming up in this AMA. Nice little short AMA, but very compact and tons of great information in it. But they're going to address some community FUD that was going around. And as soon as they address that, I have some things to add to that here. So let's let them talk about it. And then I will come right behind and address it. So let's get started. The AMA was October 27th, 2022. Let's go.
Alrighty, let's get into it. Hey everyone, good day, good afternoon. Thank you all for taking the time to join another Steam Exchange AMA. It is the 27th of October at 3:03 p.m. And with us today, we have Chris Beckford and Neville Derecha, CEOs and presidents of infrastructure and operations at Steam Exchange respectively. We also have our amazing admin team attending the AMA. And by means of introduction, my name is Ruell and I am the VP of Operations at Steam Exchange. We do have an important few topics to discuss today. And without further ado, we'll get right into it. Please bear with us as we pass around the virtual mic. And to take us through our first initial segment today, we have Chris. Thank you.
Thanks, Ruell. So good day, Steam team. As always, we thank you guys for taking the time out of your already busy schedules to join us. As always, this is most appreciated. So before we hop into the Steam Exchange ecosystem and some important topics here, as of recently, there's been a lot of outside noise, or as we call it in our space, FUD, being injected into the community by ex-community members, right? And it's really pertaining around the development of our platform. And this FUD proceeds to state that the platform in which we're delivering is a quote-unquote white label product. And based on the countless project hours of research, development, and integration with our strategic partners, we can definitely assure you that this is not the case, right? Now, for those who are unfamiliar with the term white label product, what that pretty much implies is that the product that we're delivering is out of the box, cookie cutter. When we say cookie cutter, we mean cookie cutter 99% of the software solution. And it really limits to the functionality that's supported by that white label product, right? Whereas the platform that we're working with our strategic partners on developing covers a wide variety and range of functionality, which has been fully customized to meet the needs of our deployment and in terms of what we're putting forward, right? So just wanted to start by saying that for anyone who has or had any questions surrounding that matter, I hope that this kind of helps provide clarity around that, right?
So Chris does a great job of expressing this, saying that it's a white label project, that it's cookie cutter, that no, excuse me. Let me run that back. So Chris does a great job of addressing the accusation of being a white label project. And he says what a white label project is a project that's cookie cutter. 99% of it is just some copy of another project. Now, I also got some FUD mail from someone, and I'm not gonna show it because it's pointless, but I'm going to address it. And I think the Chris did a great job right there. Now, first of all, it seems to me like the guy doesn't know anything about coding, because I am a coder. I do coding, and expressly I do GUIs. So with GUIs, with a lot of different coding, you use templates. You use a template of something that already exists, and you expound on that template. You change that template to fit what your needs are. So the little excerpt he sent showing something that's similar to something else, it's like, okay, that's how you code. You'll start with a template. I don't know if any of you have built a website from a web template, like on Wix or any of these other different sites. That's what they do for you. They give you a GUI kind of template, and you modify that template to fit your needs. Also, these guys have shown their faces. If you guys just come on over here, they did a live AMA with me on Benzinga. You can check that out. I'll try to leave a link to this, but just in case I don't get the link up in the video, it's Steam Exchange Benzinga, and you'll see it. Very bad thumbnail that I need to change with Benzinga. You can see here just by the preview, you can see that that's Neville right there. We get to see a ton of different people here from the Steam Exchange. So the pictures that you see on the Steam Exchange site, they are who they say they are, and you can see them live and in person in that AMA if you want. Scammers do not show themselves. They just put up whack, pics. You never see who they are. And these people, they have not shown themselves to me to be a scammer. Okay? They have not in any way, shape, or form. I'm just going to put that out there. And you can see them on this live AMA right here on Benzinga. So with that being said, let's just put that to bed right now. So there we go. So moving on from that, I'll try to put a link for that in the description here so you can remember it's not the most current information. It's about 6 months old. So definitely refer back to my channel where you can go down here and get all the live information on all the AMAs that have been done in the last 6 months or so, okay? Including the last one. If you missed the last AMA, you can come right over here, check it out, and get kind of my take on the AMA. So there you go. and we're going to move on and address the rest of what's going on here. Cool. So let's go.
Now, with that being said, to help everyone better understand the different development buckets and partnership buckets that we have, the following image that you're seeing on the screen right now has been put together, and it will help to better depict what's being developed and where, right? So let's talk a little bit about in-house, right? We do have our in-house development team, and you can see on the left-hand side in terms of what we're developing in-house, and some of you guys are familiar with these products already based on what we showed you and discussed, but we have the Rails Network Blockchain, the Rails Network Block Explorer, which
So Chris is just going to go over the Rails, the different Rails network things, and their strategic partner here, toNext. And toNext is working on their UI. But just like I said before, guys, you use templates when you're working on UI, and you adjust them to the specific person's needs. You just do that. A lot of video game developers do the same thing. They might have a template in Unity or Unreal Engine, and they will modify that template until they have a separate, complete, and total new game. That's how it works. But let's hear it in Chris's own details here. We'll go just a little bit faster here. And if you want to watch the AMA, definitely go over to Steam Exchange and listen to the entire AMA. We may listen to the entire AMA here, but I'm just going to go just a touch faster for people to, so we can just optimize the review of the AMA.
The last AMA did say we were around the 80% mark. As of this morning, we are around the 93% mark, or call it 93, 95% mark. We're very close, and we're hopeful by the next AMA, the next standing AMA, we'll be able to kind of provide you guys a little bit of a demo on that front. We also have the Rails Network Launchpad, the Rails Network official mining pools, which we've talked about, and we'll be definitely getting into that a little bit more as well. The advanced trading infrastructure that it stands on, the swap and quick swap infrastructure, and our NFT gateway. So those are just some of the things that when we say in-house, it's our internal teams, and this is where this is being developed. Now switching over to our strategic development partner, we're bringing this to the foreground just due to some of the stuff that's been going on in the background. Again, some of that FUD, we're bringing this to the foreground with regards to our strategic partner by way of toNext. Now, toNext is our strategic partner for our development of our platform and all of our components that we've talked about, right? Our advanced trading, quick swap, etc. for the platform. And we've been working very closely, on a daily, every other day with these guys for well over a year now in team with their collaboration to drive out all.
So it's been working with the team for over a year now. I'm sure if you want, you could probably find toNext. I didn't go look on their website. I just know how coding works, and that's just how it works. Okay, keep going.
Of our needs with resiliency, quality, and security in mind. Now, many of our partners, including toNext, have expressed interest in actually interfacing with our community, and we took that as a very, very positive thing. They're very energetic to get in front of our community, talk a little bit about themselves and explain what they do and what they're.
So we're going to hear from toNext, I believe Chris said, and they reiterate again towards the end of the AMA that we'll hear from toNext in the next AMA.
Bring to the table with SteamX. So in the coming weeks, the founder of toNext himself will be joining us for what should be a very refreshing and informative AMA. So more to follow on that. But just going down the buckets in terms of some of the things that they bring to the table from an advanced trading development and quick swap for the UI and UX. Now, on the front end aspect of that, what you see right now today is not the final landing zone. I think that's something we've said in the past, and we're targeting for Q1 of next year to begin overhauling that front end as that stands, right? We also have the liquidity providers and aggregation and the fiat on-ramp and off-ramp aspects of the development. Now, I did want to circle back around to the liquidity providers and aggregation. It's extremely important, right? And how this benefits the masses. If we're talking holistically, right? Not only from a security perspective, but accessibility, right? By us not housing this liquidity in our ecosystem physically, in our ecosystem, it holds true to moving us more to that decentralized model that we always talked about, right? As much as possible. This also provides extreme flexibility in terms of the pairs that we can provide to our customers and helping ensure that we're providing the most competitive and robust prices in the market. So that's that for the strategic partner bucket as it pertains to toNext and the development of the platform. Now, in collaboration, there's also work done by toNext as well too, right? This is where they are developing, but they're developing with what we're bringing to the table in mind, right? So those, again, talking about that full customization, our wish list and what we want to deliver to our community. This is what these guys are bringing to the collaboration, right? Not only toNext, but we also have the University of Waterloo and Sheridan. So going down the list, you can see, and there'll be a little bit more touched on this later on in the AMA, but we have the AI-driven gamified learning. We have the Chai Conference research paper. And as I mentioned, we have the advanced trading backend.
And we're gonna talk a little bit about the Chai conference here. Did a little follow-up research on the Chai conference, so you can just see who they are. You can see here Chai conference research paper. From the research I did, which you'll see later, we'll talk about that.
And swap and quick swap back in portion by our partners. So I hope this picture here really helps depict how we interface with our strategic partners and as well as other partners as well too within the space. And I really do hope that this information here helps to answer any questions that were outstanding from our community members. So that was a little bit of a mouthful, but with that being said, I will pass it over to Viraf to walk us through the research partnership with the University of Waterloo. Cheers.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Thanks so much for that overview as well. I think it really paints a picture of how everything ties in together. Thank you there. Guys, just to go.
So we're gonna go over the part of the research with the University of Waterloo, and you can see here it says NCP name tag, and this again, this is a GUI. So you're gonna see some things that are just like a template right now. They're working on it. That's kind of how you start. You start with the template, then you flush out. Okay, you know, there'll be a customized person's name, and do we want it to look like this? What colors we've picked? What colors are grabbing? You can go very, very deep into this. Like, okay, what colors resonate with someone when they're learning? What colors make someone really want to learn? What colors keep people more active or engaged on the website? You can go so deep with this, but I'll leave that to Steam Exchange, human factors, and people who are going to do that. But they are going to provide a space for us, the community, to make our suggestions on what we want to see from that. So be on the lookout for that, and that's going to come up here as your speaks. Again, remember, University of Waterloo. This is Vitalik Buterin's alma mater. Okay, one of the creators of Ethereum.
Go through the University of Waterloo engagement. We actually had a lengthy call with them today. To give people context who are hearing about this for the first time, Steam Exchange is partnered with the University of Waterloo, one of the top tech schools in Canada. We are working with them on a multi-year research engagement that pretty much spans gamified learning and how AI can tie into that. So
the gamified learning and the AI, just to kind of recap a little bit. On this, they're going to teach people about crypto, but at the same time, they're going to be gathering a data set. And this data set is going to help those at University of Waterloo and University of Sheridan. And this data set is going to be a very valuable thing. We all know in Web3, just now, and Web3 is a buzz term, but we can say we all know that data is highly valuable. That's why Facebook is kind of out there giving to us for free. That's why YouTube is kind of given to us for free. It's to harness our data, to access our data. And then you even have things like 23andMe, where you can send in your DNA. You think that that's just, I paid them to tell me if I was part Irish, like I am, but I know that through family history. But they have you do that because they actually want your medical data. They're getting your DNA data, and they're now using that data and getting money from that data. So imagine about how to educate someone on crypto, to learn what people of a certain age range, what they think of crypto, how you can influence someone's thoughts on crypto, because that'll probably be part of it as well. Depending on how they correlate the data, that data can be very, very valuable, not only for the university, but also for Steam Exchange. So really understand this gamified learning is a very big piece, and it's very important because data is king, data is currency in today's world. It really is. Again, evidenced by 23andMe, evidenced by Facebook, evidenced by Twitter, evidenced by Google, evidenced by YouTube. But let's go on.
I believe it was roughly a month or so ago, we started undergoing surveys and taking surveys from crypto-savvy individuals across the world. And we also had a particular survey that was curated solely for our community members. I just wanted to say a huge shout out to our community. Just after last AMA, we did see an uptake in the response to that survey. That survey is now officially completed, and I just want to say thank you for that. All of you should have received a small e-gift card there as well. So hopefully that goes someplace useful. And the initial structure that we had 5 different hub levels within.
First of all, very cool and very classy of them to send any gift card for people taking the survey. Kudos to Steam Exchange for doing that.
The metaverse that would have this gamified learning ecosystem. And the initial structure that we had would be, say, level 1 would be solely around one topic, that was introduction to digital assets, and we would progress up the chain in terms of difficulty and the depth of subject matter as well, progressing all the way up to advanced trading and chart analysis and stuff like that. And after a call today.
So they're determining on how they want to do the learning. Okay, there's talk about intro to crypto, advanced trading, chart analysis, and stuff like that. And basically, it's going to be broken down into a multi-level learning. So 1 through 5, and Viraf is going to say this. I'm just going to kind of prepare you guys. 1 through 5 levels. Intro will be 1 through 3, and advanced trading will be 4 through 5. Okay. Well, let's listen to Viraf here.
We have changed around the way that structure works. So what we're going to do instead is level 1 to 3, level 1, 2, and 3 are going to be more of a general sort of introduction to crypto. You can learn about a lot of things, but not too in depth. So we want to give people a wide range of info that they can access, they can use. And then level 4 and 5 onwards, we really go in depth into a select few topics where you can take that existing base of knowledge and really push the max, really advance it with AI-powered learning, right? So that's a fundamental switch in the direction that we're taking this project with the gamified learning aspect. But I think it makes sense and also allows us to have different type of partnership and sort of initiatives we can leverage at another state. Say, for example, if we.
So originally, I believe the gamified learning was going to be based off of your level of crypto, but I'm assuming now it's just going to start intro to crypto, advanced learning, and etc. And the reason why they may be going this way is it's extremely hard to do a machine learning AI based off of like a certain crypto level. Like that would make getting this out a lot harder, because now the game has to put in, you got to survey someone, and based off their data set, you have to choose if they're intermediate, beginner, or advanced. And if it's too hard, you got to drop them a level. Like there's so much more coding that would need to go into kind of figuring out what level you are, figuring out kind of like, what questions to develop for you. It's a lot more code that goes into sort of like prognosticating based off of level. So now it just seems, okay, there's one base level, intro 1 through 3, advanced 4 through 5. It's a little bit more sequential, but it also means you're able to kind of speed line, like kind of speed, you're kind of able to get that done a lot quicker, or a lot more quickly. You're able to streamline. That's the word I want to use. You're able to kind of streamline development and get things done a little bit more easier. And at the same time, it seems like Viraf is saying it also helps them leverage partners, and he's going to give an example.
We have a topic around NFTs that we're introducing to people. We could partner with strategic other communities or NFT.
Okay, this part I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So he said you could choose a strategic partner or communities to partner with NFTs. That's a pretty cool thing. So say if you want it like level one, like sponsored by, I'm not gonna use. I'm going to use Bored Ape because everyone knows them, but I have some fundamental problems about their like themes and stuff like that. Once I kind of looked into it, but that's an entirely different subject. I'm just going to use them for an example right now, okay? So say if the first level was sponsored by Bored Ape, that leaves strategic partnerships for them, more money for Steam Exchange, more exposure for Steam Exchange. Bored Ape's going to advertise them, and I'm just using them for example. Now, just know I'm using them for example. This does not mean that Bored Ape is linked with Steam Exchange. I'm just using them as an example. So with that, they could be level 1, and then some other NFT could be level 2. Some other NFT could be level 3, and they can have strategic partnerships for each level, advertise that, and have a lot of synergy going on, right? Like maybe like one of the faces would be like a certain one of those NFTs. Who knows, right? But let's go back just a couple seconds and hear that again.
Type of partnership and sort of initiatives we can leverage at another stage. Say for example, if we have a topic around NFTs that we're introducing to people, we could.
Wait a minute, I thought I slowed it down, but it doesn't seem like it. Oh, I did. Okay, all right. Okay, but listen one more time.
Project with the gamified learning aspect, but I think it makes sense and also allows us to have different type of partnership and sort of initiatives we can leverage at another stage. Say for example, if we have a topic around NFTs that we're introducing to people, we could partner with strategic other communities or NFT projects that wanted to display their content through our educational means as well. So I think this approach really spreads us out and gives us positioning for the long run. So that's a fundamental update there. We're also thinking of including mini games within this ecosystem, within the metaverse, within this game, just to facilitate that learning process as well. So that's something we're working on. We need to figure out whose scope that actually ideally sits in, but that's something we're working through. The Kai conference, as Chris mentioned.
Okay, before we get into the Kai conference, let's talk about the mini games. Mini games are also another avenue or another vehicle by which they could have special partnerships. So say that, okay, you got a driving mini game where you drive with your character and you have to reach certain checkpoints or whatever. Okay, then different NFTs could sponsor that. Or say there's something like a mini game like a Raiden where you go and it's just like this, where you got this ship and you're just shooting dudes, just a little scroller ship game. Maybe some NFT has something like that and you can sponsor them in that mini game. There's really a great potential there. And it can also link to a metaverse as well when you really think about it. Like this mini game could be built, but then it's like, okay, now come play this mini game in my metaverse. I see a lot of potential in that. I never talked to the team about it or anything like that, but I'm just spitballing like what thoughts I would have on a mini game. Like, okay, this could advertise somebody's metaverse. This could advertise somebody's NFT. This could advertise someone's play-to-earn game. There's just so many ways and so many thoughts I have in which and mini game could be very effective marketing tool. Okay, I really hope they do it. Those things were just what came to my mind, like just off the cuff. I'm sure that if they did it, there are even more things that could be applied there. But I would really like to see something like that. But let's hear about the Kai conference. But I just want to kind of prime you and kind of let you know about the Kai conference a little bit. It's all about human factors in computing systems. You can see here, this is going to be held in Hamburg, Germany. Seems like the papers that needed to be in have already kind of been in, or at least the abstracts. It says paper abstracts are due September 8th with full paper submission. Okay, full papers are probably already in then too. So very, very cool here. I think there's a Chai conference that already happened in New Orleans. So you might want to check that out and just see who some of the past members are. Very, very cool because they're probably going to rub elbows with more people who would want to know about what they're doing. Different universities who might be interested in having something like this going on in their university, different types of guys who would be interested in the human factors of crypto and engineers, or I'm sorry, crypto and human beings learning engineers, how crypto can influence engineers. There's so many different applications here. And of course, you got people sponsoring. This was the last one. So like Meta, so Metaverse, Microsoft, so many different people here sponsoring that. So I don't know here let's see if the 2023 conference, does it show their sponsors? Okay, I just skipped it. Okay, here we go. So it doesn't seem like it has those sponsors up at the moment. But it's a great opportunity, I'm sure. So we can see from the past conference, they had, all of those people there. So let's hear what Viraf has to say about that.
That's something we are absolutely focused on at this stage. For those of you who don't know, the CHI conference takes into account human factors in computing systems. It is a globally renowned conference. Top academia from all around the world sort of vie for a position in that conference. And we're going to be one of the only, if not the only, blockchain-focused and cryptocurrency-focused paper that will be submitted to the CHI conference for review. Again, it's reviewed by expert academia from across the world. So that's something.
So you can see that matches everything that we just went over right there, right? So they're going to be one of the only crypto companies there are submitting one of the only crypto companies at least that are submitting a paper. So honestly, that's probably just going to give them more context to get there and hear about the paper, and they might be interested in setting something up with them, but that's just more eyes on them, more exposure. It's going to be a great thing to see.
We have been putting our focus into, and we're looking forward to that. There's been a lot of work behind the scenes that got into that with the students, all three of the faculty from the University of Waterloo as well. So that's around the CHI conference update there coming too. Community vote. So you see in front of you, you see a dialog box that says color scheme 1, layout 1. This is how you interact, the initial sort of interaction with the NPC. Hey, welcome to the hub. Are you ready to learn? And now you see that the color schemes change and the layout changes as well. So we're playing around with a few options, but just to
So they're playing around with some options here, but they're going to want our input on this, and it will be good if we great input on this. Like if someone knows, if someone's like a human factors engineer or something, like what colors really stand out to people. Because our human mind, it does respond to colors in a certain way. Like for example, there's no coincidence that McDonald's is yellow and red. Our body actually gets hungry when we see the yellow and red color. That's why you see a lot of things that are yellow and red, because our body has a certain response to that. There's a whole bunch of things like that you'd be surprised about. Our body has a certain response to different colors. Our body has a certain response to different frequencies. Totally separate subject, which reminds me, definitely guys, come over here and check me out on Rokfin, where we talk about some things that are not that are a little bit outside of the box of crypto, like Kanye and Lex, that interview. We talk about stuff like freaking climate crisis and carbon credits. We talk about stuff like hermetic principles. So it's on Rokfin, which is an alternative platform to YouTube that does not censor as much or nearly at all. So it's rockfin.com, Blackrue. If you just search Blackrue in search box, I will come up once you enter it. So, yep, definitely check me out over here at Rokfin and follow me. Most of the things are free, but if you wanted to pay for a premium subscription, you get tons of other people's premium stuff over here. Sam Tripoli, for all you guys who may be familiar with him. Paul Joseph, I forget his name. Eddie Bravo, Owen Benjamin, Isaac Weishaupt, Allison Morrow. I think Kim Iverson's over here. Jimmy Dore, Jason Burmis, Crow 777. There's so many different people over here. But yeah, definitely check me out on Rokfin. But back to our video here. So yeah, if we got any human factors people who know which colors kind of stick out to people and induce certain responses in people, that might actually be helpful if you can share that with the team. And they're going to talk about that here.
Make this a tad bit more of an engaging, interactive process. What we've decided to do is just lay out the options in the format of a vote, and we will be opening it up to the community, so you guys can actually decide what layout works best for you in terms of UI, what's readable. We want to hear from you, we want your feedback, so we will be putting this up in the Medium article that will follow this AMA. There will be a link in there where you can go in and actually vote on what option you think resonates. And
okay, so this is going to be in the Medium article, Steam Exchange Medium. Go check that out. I'll see if I can put a link in the description for that.
And what should stick with our upcoming gamified ecosystems. So that's something there. Also the article. So we've been working with the University of Waterloo, their communications team and that department to...
Here I think Vira's going to say that they're going to work with the University of Waterloo to get out a press release saying what's going on, and also on top of the University of Waterloo sending it out on their official channels. SteamX is also going to send it out to Bloomberg and different news people, like possibly Benzinga, you know, all the news people who would care about you know, getting out the news, you know.
I'll put out an article that actually highlights what this research engagement is about, right? There's been a lot of thought recently, people questioning, you know, a lot of credibility around the space, and we've been a target of that as well. But we're working on this paper with them, or this article rather, that will set in stone what this research engagement actually entails, and more details around that. So that article should go out next week from the University of Waterloo official page, the Stratford School of Interactive Business Design. Following that, we will of course put it out in a press release so that it's globally disseminated across multiple news agencies. Think about, again, how we've done in the past with Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, NASDAQ, and the likes of that. Also something to look forward to is we will be, along with the Tunex team, as how we will be having our development side subject matter expert come on board for an AMA, we will be doing a similar sort of initiative with our team from the University of Waterloo, inviting one of the faculty from there to come, be a part of our AMA, engage with the community, and have just a, you know, question and answer back and forth, so you guys can actually see the people, understand what's going on behind the scenes, and just paint the better picture there. So that at a high level.
So that would be cool to see one of the University of Waterloo people in the AMA. That'd be pretty awesome.
Is just updates surrounding the University of Waterloo engagement, our research partnership there, and the AI-powered gamified learning. I'm just going to pass it over to Neville for our next segment here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So definitely great progress made with the gamified learning.
So Neville's going to get into here, guys, with kind of the liquidity pairs and how Steam Exchange is not going to be holding your keys. He's going to tell you exactly how that's going to work out.
Definitely getting closer to getting ready for implementing some of the question and answer AI, and hopefully we can get some kind of mock-up beta out to test yourselves in the coming months, hopefully before the end of the year. So like Rep mentioned, I have this set up for you guys to look at. I'll put this PDF, or include a link to this PDF rather, with the AMA update that comes out later on when we upload the recording and the Medium article, so you can look at all the layouts again, and then a form like Vera mentioned where you.
So you'll be able to find this layout on the Medium article, and I think he said it may also be in the YouTube description. I didn't check that, but it could be here as well. So just know that, or it could be on their YouTube, description. I'm gonna see if I can find it, and if I can, I'll put it on this description as well, so you guys can go and take a look.
You can kind of vote for which layout and color scheme you like the best, and that'll help us make a decision as well as a team on which way to progress with the user interface. So cool update on that. We're gonna move into the next section. So we're inching closer and closer to launch at the mainnet. From a development perspective, infrastructure readiness perspective, like everything is kind of coming together. Things are looking very positive in our testing, in our dev environment. But there's a couple things that we need to address and take care of in order to prepare for a proper launch. So we'll get into a little bit of that right now, and we'll save some of it for a subsequent AMA. So the first one is definitely infrastructure readiness. We do have probably 16 to 20 different development servers. It's time to start consolidating and picking and choosing the right specs for mainnet. Market readiness. We have to gauge the market. The market is starting to look better. We saw, every single crypto that I guess pertains to us, whether it be Bitcoin being the big guy, and then trickling down to BNB and of course DMX, having an organic pump from just price increase and price action, and then of course market pairs. So like Chris mentioned, we have spent hours, I would say, implementing a solution that prevents us as an organization from ever holding anyone's funds, right? So you always hear the term, not your keys, not your crypto. We definitely believe in that from a decentralized perspective. Of course, we are a hybrid, centralized and decentralized ecosystem. So just to get into a little bit of that before we move on the centralized side, you're going to be connecting your wallet and transferring your crypto into your advanced trading wallet, where then, yes, your crypto is sitting in our ecosystem for you to implement trades on the centralized side. And then whenever you're ready to cash that out or finish your trading exercises within our ecosystem, you will send it back to your connected wallet. That is the only time ever that Steam Exchange would, I would say, have custodial access or access to those funds. Other than that, everything is decentralized. Steam Exchange will never have access, and in order to accomplish that, we had to implement liquidity providers. So Chris mentioned that.
So he's going to talk about the liquidity providers and the liquidity pairs. There are going to be 4 of which, and I'm just going to say that just in case to prime you guys and prep you guys, because it does come a little quick. So there will be Binance pairs, BNB, Bitcoin pairs, Ethereum pairs, and USDC pairs. Okay, so here we go.
Liquidity providers and aggregation. When you connect your wallet and you implement your trade, the liquidity providers is a pool set. So there will be hundreds of pools accessible through our ecosystem, and through the back-end algorithms, it's going to look for the best possible price. So it's going to go through all those pools, and it's going to find the best price for that particular trade, which is called aggregation, and then it will present you that for your final go-ahead. So it'll say, okay, this is the price, click go, and your trade will be executed. But with that said, there's no SteamX pairs at the moment because we're not live. We haven't proven ourselves yet in the crypto ecosphere in the digital asset space. So there's no SteamX pairs available through liquidity providers. So we need to create those pairs. So we're looking at creating 4 pairs to start with. SteamX pairs. We're looking at Bitcoin, so BTC, SteamX, Ethereum, SteamX, BNB, SteamX, and USDC SteamX. We chose BNB. We put it to a vote within our team, the admin team and our development team, and we landed on BNB because we're currently on BNB, so it'll be the easiest to acquire because we don't have to purchase it. For the rest of the crypto, we're going to actually have to go in and purchase that crypto. So to accomplish this, we need to purchase using a percentage of the current liquidity pool. So as it stands, the average LP to market cap ratio on majority of projects is about 10%. We're currently sitting at a very, very healthy 18%. So we're going to be bringing that percentage down to 14%, which is still extremely healthy in comparison to other tokens and projects.
So I went to go try to find this LP, the market cap ratio. I personally don't use this ratio as a metric. So I wasn't able to find what is a healthy or not healthy ratio. So we'll just have to take Neville's word on that. You guys can do your own research on that. But what Neville says is a healthy percentage is 10%. They're at 18 now, but once they buy these liquidity pairs, they're going to be at 14. So they're still within the healthy range at 14 because 10 is a healthy range. So we'll just go back a little bit again so we can hear that.
As it stands, the average LP to market cap ratio on majority of projects is about 10%. We're currently sitting at a very, very healthy 18%. So we're going to be bringing that percentage down to 14%, which is still extremely healthy in comparison to other.
So in comparison to others, so most projects right now are at 10%. That's what he said. So most are at 10%. So they're going to be at 14 once they buy these pairs. They were at 18. They're going to be at 14, which is still 4% higher than most projects on BNB.
The tokens and projects on BSC. We've been thinking about getting this done for a while, but a couple of hurdles kind of came in the way. A lot of them were addressed on this call previously by Chris. Some of them were more out of our control, such as market conditions. The market has been terrible, I would say, and the sentiment of crypto has been, I would say, negative. Things are starting to become more positive in the market. Positions in Bitcoin and other, Tether assets are going up. So that gives us more confidence to move forward with this decision. Development on our platform is near complete, whereas before we held off because we were not quite there when it came from a development perspective. So it didn't make sense to kind of go that direction yet. A couple things to note. So when we do reduce the ratio from 18% to 14%, there'll be no impact to the actual chart and the price. So from an investor perspective, nothing really changes for you. We won't be purchasing all these assets in one go. We will be more strategic and careful about it. So we'll purchase a little bit at a time. And that kind of wraps up where we stand from the liquidity perspective and purchasing pairs. I think it's exciting because we're almost there, right? We're kind of at the point now where everything has come together. We've successfully implemented all of our backend infrastructure together. Everything in our development environment is working as it should. So we're getting ready for testing and auditing. Definitely exciting times ahead. Like Raf mentioned, we're going to be having our lead professor from the University of Waterloo join us for an AMA to talk more about the gamified learning aspect of our ecosystem. Chris mentioned we're going to be having the owner of ToThe join probably our next AMA to talk more about what they do and what they bring to the table and what our collaboration looks like. And of course, we as a team will always be here to continue supporting the community. With that said, I do want to stop the recording here because there's just one more item I do want to address. So just give me a second to do that.
So recording ends here. I'm still pretty bullish on the project. I love it that they're giving us regular updates. They're moving forward here. They're going to conferences. They're getting themselves out there. The whole University of Waterloo project has been like kind of more out in the open. Definitely check out the last AMA on my channel. Gives a little bit more information about what's been going on in the last few months. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to try to put all those links in the description. Be sure to check out some of my previous videos here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Peace.